Welcome to Cameron Wayne's Pokehouse. This is the first episode of the Red-Blue Randomizer Tournament. This episode is Bulbasaur versus Charmander versus Squirtle? The rules are pretty simple. Lowest level at the end of the game moves on to the next round. All trainers' Pokemon are randomized. EXP curves are standardized. TMs are random. TM compatibility is random, but the same type has a better chance of being compatible. Field items are randomized, and Pokemon are allowed to evolve. The best Pokemon will not necessarily be the winner. It is possible, but unlikely, that a single Pokemon could end up facing dozens of Mewtwo in one run. Let's get started. Starting Bulbasaur's run, grab the HP up that's in the PC, make our way to Professor Oak's lab, where we'll pick the Bulbasaur. All three Pokeballs are Bulbasaur. Gary's always going to have the same Pokemon that we are using, and it will stay consistent through the run. So the last Pokemon that we'll be facing is Venusaur, Charizard in Charmander's case, and Blastoise in Squirtle's case. These battles can go either way. Just have two moves to use, and Bulbasaur, our Bulbasaur, easily beats the other Bulbasaur. Going over to Charmander, we got a full restore in the PC. Make our way over to the lab and grab him. And Gary's going to come over and step on our head. Kind of a funny little glitch that the randomizer has. These battles can always go either way. Doesn't really matter what happens. The game doesn't even reset if you lose. It's the only battle in the game that won't reset. Our Charmander loses this one. All we miss out on is the experience points, but since we're trying to get there at the lowest level possible, not really a big loss. Hyper Potion in our Tiny Turtle Squirtle's case. And we'll do our mandatory battle with the rival here. Use Tackle. We got Tackle or Tail Whip, so there's not really a whole lot of options here. Looks like this one's going to be close. And we outspeed and we win with 1 HP. We're going to go to the optional rival now. The rival is not going to be optional in our playthroughs though. We're always going to fight him. Starting off with a level 9 Oddish. We do very little damage, and he's doing very little damage to us. So we're going to fast forward through this, and it just seems like this battle takes forever. We beat Oddish with 10 HP, up to 13 now, because we leveled up to level 7. The opponent's Bulbasaur has 1 level on us. We're just going to keep using Tackle. Leech Seed would be useless, because Leech Seed does not affect grass Pokemon. We keep getting hit with Growl, so now we're just taking away a little bit at a time. It's getting pretty close here. We probably need 2 hits yet, but the other Bulbasaur knocks Bulbasaur out. There's no resetting in these runs, so we keep the HP that we got. We start fighting the Oddish with at level 7 now. Level up to level 8. So now we have a tie, but we have had 11 HP missing. Got another critical hit on us, down to 3 HP. Not looking real great for us. We got one more hit, and for some reason, we win that. Pretty close, though. Now we're going to go over to Charmander, see how he does. So we have a level 9 Growlithe. Good thing that we don't need to rely on Ember right now, because Ember would be pretty much useless against the Growlithe. We'd be using Scratch anyways. So we got about half of our HP gone, but he keeps using Roar. Roar is going to be useless against us because we don't have another Pokemon in our party. We level up to level 8, and we're going to use Growl on the opponent's Charmander because all he's going to have is Scratch, so we want to lower that attack. He's doing 3 HP. We got him over halfway down. Ooh, 1 HP left. This is going to be close. We might be able to pull it off. Critical hit. And we win with 1 HP remaining. It's by the skin of our teeth there. Going to switch over to Squirtle now. And he's going to fight a level 9 Ekans. Ekans has Wrap. Wrap is one of the cheapest moves in Generation 1. It hits for 2 HP each time it hits, and it can trap us from 2 to 5 turns. We keep using Bubble. Bubble's actually doing a decent amount of damage, even though Bubble is not a very good move. It's only base 20 power. Bubble's going to be useless against our opponent's Squirtle. So we're going to use Tackle. We get a critical hit. Keep getting tail whipped. So that last tackle hurt us quite a bit. It's getting pretty close, but we pull through. Level 9. Bulbasaur is at level 8, Charmander is at level 8, and Squirtle is at level 9. So Bulbasaur and Charmander have the lead, but not by very much. Really early in the game, though, things can change pretty quick. There's one mandatory bug catcher in Viridian Forest. He has Eradicate, level 9. Eradicate's going to be a problem. Pretty high defense and pretty high attack for this stage in the game. As you can see, his attack did half, over half. One more tackle knocks us out. We're going to try that again. There is no skipping this battle, so we have to fight this and beat this Eradicate. The quick attack does 10 HP. We get Leech Seed on him. Try to siphon away some of that health of his. Only giving us 1 HP back each turn, though, so it's not going to really make much of a difference right now. Keep using Growl. And the Tail Whip is basically canceling out our Growl. And Critical Hit, which ignores all of the buffs and doubles the base attack, knocks us out. I'm going to try again one more level higher, level 9, so now we're tied in level with Eradicate. Still doing massive amount of damage to us, though. We are not doing very much. Tackle, it's probably going to take 8 or 9 to get him. Come back at level 11. Leech Seed again. His attacks are now only doing 7, but that critical hit hurt. Use Growl, try to get his attack down, but every time he critical hits, it's going to ignore our Growls. So kind of gambling with that. We got 2 HP left, now 3, and knocked out. Going to try one more time at level 11 now. Leech Seed. And 21 HP. The quick attacks are really, really wearing us down, though. You can see how little HP that the Leech Seed is taken away from the Eradicate. I'm going to start using some Tackle now. We get a critical hit. And those the HP that we've been getting from the Leech Seed is starting to add up now. And we win with 4 HP.
Vamoose, you little varmint.
Time to fight Brock. No idea what he's going to have. So he's got a level 12 Taurus. That's not good. Taurus is one of the better Pokemon in Generation 1. And he has a level advantage of 1 over us. Down to 9 HP, critical hit knocks us out. Try that again at level 13. Plant our Leech Seed, he's doing a quarter damage each turn now. We have Vine Whip, which does a decent amount of damage. Oh, that critical hit. One more hit and we're gone. We don't even have half of his HP gone yet. So, come back at level 14. We now have a 2 level advantage over the Taurus. He misses, we get a Leech Seed. Use Growl so he doesn't do so much damage. And we're going to get that little bit of HP with the Leech Seed. Half of our HP's gone already. And we're nowhere near getting him halfway yet. Keep using Growl, but if he gets a critical hit, it's going to completely bypass that. Okay, we are whittling him down now, and knocked him out with 20 HP, and now we have a Tangela. Oh, that's not good news, because our Vine Whip is not going to be very effective, and that is our best move. We can't use Leech Seed at all. That is not a good second Pokemon to face, especially at level 14. We have a level tie with it, but we have to get through that Taurus first. Bind is another cheap move. So, we're going to come back, try it again. We get to Tangela, level up to level 17. We really can only use Growl and Tackle here. Tangela is using normal moves, so Growl will
minimize the damage from that. Bind is doing 2 HP now. Our tackle is not doing very much. Look how cheap Bind is. It just keeps going and going and going. One more attack, Constrict, and we are knocked out. So come back, level 18. Level up to level 19 before we start with Tangela. So we have 5 levels over Tangela now, and it's still a struggle. And there's Constrict. Constrict is good. That's only 2 HP that's going to do. But Bind is 2 HP, anywhere from 2 to 5 times. But we are keeping ahead of it. Bind keeps going 3, 4, 5 times. And Constrict is good. One more tackle, we might have him. Oh, that's going to be close. Oh, he uses Haze. Haze is free, a free move for us. Another tackle, and we get him. With 1 HP remaining, level 19 to fight and defeat Brock. That's rough. We're going to hop over to Charmander now. Charmander, level 9 Cloyster. Cloyster is one of the best defenses of the entire game. And he's got a super effective move against us. Oh, this is worse than the Raticate. So we'll try again. Charmander, we come back level 12 now. Ember's not very effective, but it is better than the Scratch is being. That's because Cloyster's special isn't as good as his defense is. We get confused, and somehow we beat him at level 12. So that's great. We're going to go on to Brock. Brock this time has Graveler, which is going to resist all of our moves. Critical hit with Ember and just does maybe a 5th. But if Graveler keeps using Defense Curl, well, alright. Tackle does a decent amount, but we're going to get the Graveler our first try. Charmander gets to level 13. We got Dugtrio, which ground does not resist fire. So, this is going off a little bit better than Bulbasaur did. We fight and we defeat Brock at level 14 for Charmander. Gonna hop over to Squirtle now, and we got Machoke. Okay, well, Machoke is probably the best out of the 3. Bubble isn't doing very much. Bubble is a pretty bad move. Those Leers that we're getting hit with, his next move is going to hit us hard. Critical hit. So we're going to come back, try it at level 9 again, and we're just going to try to use Bubbles on this big tough guy until he faints. So it keeps using Leer, Karate Chop. Oh well, the critical hit ignores... Both of those ignored all of his Leers, which is probably a good thing. And we beat him level 10. Start up with Brock now. Brock's got Porygon. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Critical hit Bubble. See how little damage that did? Oof. Neither choice is real great here, so we're going to use Tail Whip. Try to get the tackles to hit harder, but Porygon takes care of us pretty good. Starting this off at level 10. So Porygon's got a 2-level advantage over us. We learned our lesson last time. Now Tackle is hitting a bit harder with those Tail Whips, doing about a quarter of the damage each time. So we just need one more hit, and we get Porygon. We are level 11, and Mew. Well, that's not good. And we faint. So come back at level 13. We beat the Porygon with half of our health. Level 14, so we now tie. Transforms into me. So now Bubble is not going to do very much damage, but he's got Bubble too, which he seems to be using. That's good. That is only 2 HP that's taken away each time. Whittle him down with Tail Whip. Now we're going to use Tackle. And critical hit ignored. Oh my gosh, 2 in a row. Okay. Alright. Tackle's hitting pretty good. We got one more hit, and we beat Brock at level 14 for Squirtle. tallies after Brock. Bulbasaur is level 19, Charmander 14, and Squirtle 14. So Charmander and Squirtle take the lead by 5, tied for first. Gonna head on over to the second rival now. Well, third rival. We got Bulbasaur here versus Machop. We have 5 levels on this Machop. We've picked up Sludge in Mount Moon, which is a pretty decent move. We get Machop kind of in one hit. The poisoning takes care of his last little bit of HP. Level up to level 24. Execute comes up next. We have 9 levels on him. Super effective move. One hit KO. Golduck comes up, but we have Vine Whip, which is super effective. So we're able to get it into. He disables Vine Whip, but Sludge takes care of the rest of it. Ivysaur up next. We use Sludge. Does over half. We have 7 levels on Ivysaur, though. So pretty easy. And we defeat the rival. We fight Misty now. Misty's got a Vulpix, which would be a problem, but we have 11 levels on it. Coughing comes out. We have Razor Leaf now. Razor Leaf is almost always going to critical hit. So Razor Leaf is kind of overpowered. And we defeat Coughing in 2 hits. We're going to come over to Charmeleon now. We got Pikachu. Ember does a little under half, burns Pikachu, which is going to cut Pikachu's attack, not that he uses it. Now we have an Articuno, so he's got a legendary Pokemon. But Ember is super effective. We do have 6 levels on it, so easy enough. Ember hits Magnemite, not super effective this generation. Steel type was not introduced till Generation 2, so Magnemite's just an electric Pokemon in this generation. Charmeleon, we get a critical hit with Scratch, and 3 hits, take him down to level 22 after the second rival battle. We're going to fight Misty now. Level 18 Voltorb. Ember's going to make short work of him. Next Pokemon is Ditto at level 21. We burn Ditto, but Misty uses an X Defend, so he doesn't even get a chance to transform. We beat Misty at level 28. Over to Squirtle. Fighting the rival. And he sends out a level 18 Muck. We're at level 21 starting this. Water Gun, Tackle, Earthquake, and Tail Whip. Earthquake we picked up in Mount Moon. Very powerful move. And a Mewtwo, which is definitely the best Pokemon of the entire game. We do have 7 levels on him, though. We use Tackle to finish off Mewtwo, and hopefully Mewtwo isn't a problem for the rest of the run. Got a level 15 Tentacool, 7 levels on him. Use Earthquake. Earthquake super effective against poison, so 1 hit. Earthquake does half to the opponent's War Turtle. Get him in 2, and we defeat the rival at level 23. So now it's time for Misty. And Misty has another Tentacool, level 18. We have 10 levels on it. One-shot KO and Dragonite. Oh, used Earthquake on him. Forget that Dragonite is half flying, so it wouldn't affect him. We have Bite, which is a normal type move in this generation. It's not dark until Generation 2. We're going to knock down his defense and then try Bite again. Doing a pretty decent amount of damage, pretty close. But we beat Misty, level 29. We have closed the gap now. Bulbasaur and Squirtle at level 29. Charmander is at level 28 in the lead. Heading over to the rival fight in the SS Anne. Bulbasaur. We are very over-leveled at this point. That's going to happen in the solo playthroughs. The middle part of the game is going to be pretty easy. So 1-hit KO, 1-hit KO. Sludge, that was kind of a bad move. I'm going to use Razor Leaf to finish off the Grimer. So 2 hits for him. And then we have the rivals Ivysaur out-leveled by 11. Almost 1-hit KO there. Pretty close. Finish that at level 32. And we're going to let Ivysaur evolve into Venusaur here. Heading over to Lieutenant Surge. He has a Porygon. Level 21. We have 11 levels on him, so use Sludge. He gets poisoned. And Porygon just goes to raise his attack. Leech Seed. I think that was probably a misclick there. We have a Fearow, which is going to be super effective against us, but that's not a problem because we knock him out in one hit. Wartortle is next. One hit KO. And that was a really easy gym badge. We didn't even lose any HP there. Heading over to Charmeleon now. Rival on the SSN. Venomoth. Super effective. Almost one hits. Not quite. And we're poisoned, but that's really not a problem. Ninetales. We have a huge advantage in level on him. Gonna use Dig, which is gonna be super effective. One hit KO over 2 turns, so we take some poison damage. Victory Bell is next. Ember is going to almost one-shot KO it again. And now Wrap, along with Poison. That can be a dangerous combination, but we're so highly leveled at this point that we'd have to try to lose. Dig one-shots the opponent's Charmeleon. We're going to skip over to Lieutenant Surge now. And a Mr. Mime, Psychic Pokemon. We have 10 levels on him. Use Dig. Almost. Geodude is next. Dig is going to be super effective. One shot. And a Tentacool. Well, we have Thunderbolt. Almost. Almost one shots him, but not quite. And easy fight again. Going over to Squirtle. The rival has a level 19 Nidoran that we one-shot. Level 16 Persian. We're almost double his level. We critical hit, one hit KO. Easy. And we're going to not learn Withdraw. We have Ice Beam for Dragonite, which is going to be 4 times effective, so that's a one-shot KO. And Wartortle, we have 11 levels on it. Poison it our first try. 2-hit KO. Don't even take any damage. This part of the game is really easy. Skip into Lieutenant Surge. Level 21 Beedrill, 10 levels on it. Ice Beam is going to one-hit KO. A Wartortle. But look at that level difference here. This is going to be a piece of cake. Wartortle grows to level 32, and a Kakuna for the last one. So, Lieutenant Surge in all 3 runs, super easy. The gap is still the same. Bulbasaur and Squirtle have one level behind Charmander. Going to Erika now. Level 29 Omanti to Venusaur's level 39. One hit KO. Venusaur's back sprite is really weird looking. I don't quite get it. Clefable goes down. We have Zubat, level 29 for our last Pokemon. Wing Attack, super effective, does 12 HP to us. We have 120 left, so we can take 10 more of those. Pretty easy fight. Level 39. Heading over to Charmander here. Charizard now. We have a Weedle. That's 9 levels below us, so that's going to be a one-hit KO. Mankey, which is going to be a pretty weak Pokemon too. One hit. And a Mew. Uses Transform. So now my Dig misses, because he's now Fire Flying type. I use Water Gun. Thunderbolt. Yeah, Thunderbolt was the better choice. And we have about a little under half HP left. Going over to Squirtle now. An Arcanine, which is great news, because that's going to be a one-hit KO. Gloom. I'm going to go for Earthquake here, and we have 12 levels on it, and it didn't one-hit KO it. Which is kind of surprising. Clefable, level 29, We have 7 levels on it. Sludge does a third, poisons the Clefable. Puts us to sleep though. Uses double slap, getting about 5 HP gone each time. We're still asleep. We're not allowed to use items, so we can't wake him up. Gotta just wait for it. Good thing that we poisoned that Clefable though, because while we sleep he still takes damage. We're starting to get a little low here. Go for Ice Beam, knock him out. Level 37. So that one was a little closer. Bulbasaur is now in last place at 39. Charmander in second at 38. Squirtle is in first at 37. Heading over to Sabrina. Bulbasaur has to face a level 38 Snorlax. Razor Leaf doing pretty good amount of damage. Snorlax has a lot of HP. So we get through that, full health. One-shot the Bellsprout. Got a Sandshrew. Razor Leaf should one-shot it. Kangaskhan, level 43. Only 2 levels behind us, so we're a little less over-leveled now. But we get through Sabrina without even taking any damage. Heading over to Charizard, Metapod. That's going to be a one-hit KO. Critical hit. Probably didn't need that. We have 5 levels on this Electrode. Gonna go for Dig. He doesn't have any sort of thing like Levitate. There's no abilities in Generation 1. So that's gonna hit. Another one shot. Level 43. Jolteon, we have Dig. So even though we're tied in level with it, one shot. Electric Pokemon just can't handle ground type moves very well. Going over to Blastoise, we have a Golduck, 5 levels back. Ice Beam, not very effective. Go to Sludge, we get a critical hit and a Poison. One more hit and he's gone. Full HP. A Kakuna, do little over half, but all he's got is Harden, so he is no threat whatsoever. Level 44, full HP. Ivysaur, use Ice Beam, one shot. Marowak, use Ice Beam, one shot. And we get through Sabrina, full HP. Bulbasaur is still in last at 45, but now Charmander is in first at 43. Squirtle with 44. Pretty close. Gonna go to Koga now. Koga has a level 37 Lickitung. We do half with Sludge. Finish it off. Spearow. Spearow is pretty weak. Arcanine. We do about half. Did we do half? Yes. So 2 hit KO for him. And a Growlithe, which will be easier than the Arcanine. We poison it. We will 2-shot it. Easy peasy. Level 47. Heading over to Charmander now. We have a level 37 Seeking. But we do have Thunderbolt, so we're able to one-shot that. Golbat is next. We can Thunderbolt that and one-shot him. A Rhyhorn. We have Ice Punch, which is going to be super effective. And Kadabra, level 43. Going to use Dig on him. One shot. No HP gone. Easy peasy. Going to head over to Blastoise now. Rhydon, level 37. Hydro Pump misses. Misses again. 30% chance it's going to miss. Hits on the third. One-shot KO. 6 levels on this Taurus here. Earthquake does half. Use Earthquake again. Should knock it out. Does. Level 46 for Blastoise. Ninetales is next. Go for Hydro Pump. It does hit on the first try this time. Critical hit. Super effective. One shot. And Slowbro, level 43. We use Sludge. Sludge does not do very much. Try Earthquake. Earthquake does a little bit more. Looks like we're going to have to hit a few times. Earthquakes again. Still is doing very little. Gonna go for Sludge. Ooh, this is kind of taking a bit, but we get him. After the 6th gym, Charmander is still in the lead at 45, Squirtle with 46, Bulbasaur in last at 47, so only a 2-point spread between first and last place. Gonna head over to Blaine. We have Venusaur at level 47. Kangaskhan at level 42. Go for Razor Leaf. One shot. Voltorb level 40. Razor Leaf. One shot. A Tentacruel. Razor Leaf. One shot. Oh, no. It wasn't a one shot. Looks like we're going to have to hit it 3 times. But we knock it out. We got a Poliwrath. Level 47 is the last Pokemon. One shot with Razor Leaf. Level 48. Defeat Blaine. Going to head to Charmander now. Sends out an Onix. Level 42. Ice Beam. One shot KO. Articuno. He's got a Legendary. We have Thunderbolt, which does a little over half. Ooh. That hurt though. So Jolteon is next. We use Dig. That should one-shot it. Does. And a second Legendary. Oh, and Thunderbolt is not going to be very effective at all. Go for Ice. Oh. So he loses to Blaine. Try that again. Onix one-shot. Charizard is learning Flamethrower. Flamethrower, excellent move. Better than Flame Punch. Or Fire Punch. Uses Flamethrower on Articuno. Almost knocks it out. And Charizard gets hit pretty hard again. Jolteon is not a concern. Uses a Super Potion when he had full HP. Zapdos is next. Go for Ice Punch. Does about a third. Thundershock is super effective against us. But we get the critical hit. Defeat Blaine with 7 HP remaining. Pretty close on that one. And the item, the TM that we got from Blaine was Flamethrower, which is the move we just learned. So that's kind of funny. Magneton level 42 goes down in 2. Dugong level 40. Use Earthquake. Does half? Not quite. Sludge does way less though. Earthquake again. Knock it out. Got an Ivysaur next. Ice Beam should take care of that. Oh. Didn't take care of it in 1, but he just uses a Super Potion. So we get that one for free. And a Bulbasaur. So that one goes down in 1 Ice Beam. Pretty easy for Squirtle there. Bulbasaur is in last at 48. Squirtle at 47. Charmander in first at 46. Giovanni now. Last gym badge. Sends out a Paris. Level 45. We have 3 levels on that. And a Mewtwo. Another Mewtwo. Level 42. That could be a little trickier. Use Razor Leaf on him. And it does about a little over a third. That's going to be a 3-hit KO. Psychic knocks us out. Paris is no problem at all. Goes down in 1. Mewtwo. Go for Sludge. Critical hit does over half. Uses Confusion. Easy. Goes down in 2. Level 49 for Venusaur. Aerodactyl is next. Uses Wing Attack on us. Super effective. We miss. Uses Agility. We go for Mega Drain. Try to recover some of that HP. Wing Attack hits again. We're in the red. Back up to 55 because of Mega Drain. Defeat Aerodactyl. 68 HP remaining. Coughing level 45. Leech Seed that. Trying to get back some of that HP. Mega Drain. Doesn't do that much, but now we're back up to 85 HP. 95 HP. 106. 80. But coughing is going to go down pretty quick. 66 HP remaining, and it's a Zubat as our last one. Use Mega Drain. Doesn't do very much. Sludge. Does maybe a third. A little over half gone now. One more hit, and he's going to be down. Sludge hits. And we beat Giovanni with 73 HP remaining. 49 for our level. So we're going to go over to Charizard now. Sends out Lapras, level 45. We've got Thunderbolt. Critical hit, super effective. So 1 hit for Lapras. I think it probably wouldn't have critical hit, or wouldn't have knocked him out without the critical hit. Another Lapras, level 44, so I guess we'll see. Yep, so that critical hit was nice to have. 2 hits for this Lapras. Dragonair comes out. We've got Ice Beam, which is super effective against Dragon types. Knock him out. Drowsy, level 50. Flamethrower does about half, little over. 2-hit KO. And Charizard beats Giovanni at level 49. So this is pretty easy for the last two. Should be easy for Blastoise. So we'll cut up to this Mewtwo, level 50. That's not good.
What the hell is even that?
So that's not good. Giovanni's last Pokemon is Mewtwo, and this Mewtwo knows Thunderbolt. So that is the strongest Pokemon in the game, with one of the strongest moves to use against me. So trying at level 52, Hydro Pump is going to be the move that does the most damage to Mewtwo, but its accuracy is an issue. And we need to hit it 3 times. All he needs to do is hit us with Thunderbolt once. Well, that was a critical hit and it knocked us out. And this one, just keeps going over and over. Hoping for something lucky. Really. If Giovanni uses a guard spec or misses, that'd be great. He's not quite one-hit KOing us with Thunderbolts anymore, but this just isn't going well.
Telling you, Teal, if we don't find a way out of this soon, I'm going to lose it.
Last try here. We're going to go through his entire team now. Marowak's a one-shot. There's kind of been a reason I've been skipping it. Snorlax, level 42, but look at us. We are level 57 at this point. We have 15 levels on this Snorlax. 2 Ice Beams, goes down, Metapod is Metapod. Ponyta, Earthquake takes care of him in 1 hit. And Mewtwo. So, he uses a guard spec, so that gives us 1 free turn. Hydro Pump does a little under half. We hits us with Thunderbolts over half. Hydro Pump hits again, and we critical hit. So, we beat Mewtwo there, but that was due to luck. The guard spec and the miss, or the guard spec and the critical hit. Bulbasaur and Charmander are tied at level 49. Squirtle is in a distant last, 8 levels behind at level 57. Going to the Elite Four, we're going to start off with Bulbasaur. And we're mostly just going to show the last battle, the last time I had to go through. We start the Elite Four at level 50. And we do pretty decent. Pretty decent. There isn't much to really talk about here. Last time we end up going through the Elite Four, start off at level 55 against the Persian. And then we're just going to skip right on to the last battle. Level 61 Marowak, he's got us beat by 3 levels. Razor Leaf hits and 1 shot. Starmie, level 59. We're going to use Razor Leaf again. 1 shot. Okay, this is going pretty well so far. We go up to level 59. A Lickitung at level 61. Use Razor Leaf again. Boy, Razor Leaf is really, really the MVP here. Electabuzz, level 61. We use Sludge. Does over half. Use Sludge again. Critical hit. A Dratini, level 63. That's a first stage Pokemon. That's pretty good to see during the last battle. So, critical hit. That's always going to critical hit. We're at full health going into the last Pokemon. Sludge does critical hit, half. He's asleep. Sludge again. And Sludge again. And we beat Blue, level 59. So, level 59 is the level to beat. Going to Charmander here. Same thing. We're going to just skip to the last one in a little bit. We get Gloom in 1 shot. There's an Articuno. Level 53. Uses Blizzard on us. Oh. Gonna try that again. Lorelei uses a Super Potion. Level 58 before we beat that Articuno. And we're gonna skip ahead to the last battle. A Kakuna, level 61. That's a good thing to see, but Charizard is already level 60, so Charizard is already lost. We'll see how well it ends up doing in the end, but it's missed out on first place. Flamethrower on Mew, burns Mew, That's great. That lowers his attack and takes away damage. Ice Punch to finish it off. Level 61 now. Flamethrower on Weeping Bell, one shot. The Porygon comes out. Ice Punch does about a third. Psybeam hits us. Use Thunderbolt. Try attack. But Thunderbolt's going to finish him off. Caterpie. Caterpie's good to see in the last battle. It's almost always going to be a one shot. And Charizard, we got a little under half left. We have Thunderbolt though. Ooh, that's close. But we are going to beat him. With 27 HP left, level 61 for Charizard. So, not too bad. 2 levels behind Venusaur. So now Squirtle, Blastoise, he is starting at level 58 because of that Giovanni nonsense. Gets through Lorelei pretty easy. We're going to skip ahead to the last battle. Bulbasaur starting it at 61, so if he doesn't level up during this, he'll tie for second. Gengar goes down in one hit with Earthquake. Cubone, level 59, one shot. A Horsey, another stage 1. Ooh, that one's going to take 2 hits, though. Does a little bit of damage to us. Not too bad. Use Sludge, finish it off. A Marowak comes out, Ice Beam. Super effective. A Rhydon, Ice Beam. Super effective. Oh, and their Blastoise levels up to level 62. So, it's already gotten last place. We'll see if it can beat itself 3 levels above. Ice Beam, almost. Skull Bash used on us. We're over halfway gone. But the last Ice Beam, critical hits. It's poisoned. We defeat it. Level 62. I do love that sprite, by the way. So, final score. Bulbasaur gets first place at level 59. Charmander at level 61. And Squirtle at level 62. Here's the bracket. So Bulbasaur is going to go to the next round. Next up is Caterpie, Weedle, and Venonat. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here so you can see what's coming up. This is the tournament bracket for all of the Pokemon except the 5 legendaries. And we got Bugs coming up next. So Caterpie, Weedle, Venonat, Paris, Pinsir, and Scyther after that. And Bulbasaur will fight the winner of those 2 brackets in the next round.
Well, that's it for this episode of the Red Blue Randomizer Tournament. See you next time. Auf Wiedersehen. You can go now.
On the next episode of Cameron Wayne's Pokehouse, we catch a butterfly, a bee, and a moth, and fight them to the death.